to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On first down, Hurts, and this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off of play action, Darnold. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for 2. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 34. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert from 6 yards away. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
I know the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, their scoreboards are different. Points scored could benefit someone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Here's Chandler again.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Ty Chandler
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And out now come the Eagles.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Here's Pickett on second down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
And they'll run again.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ty Chandler with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Vikings extend their lead yet again. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Pickett. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Looking to throw. Pickett. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. He may go. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Chandler will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now, once again, Kenny Pickett leading his offense out.
Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield, because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
A spin, able to power through. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
Well, the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Pickett.
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Pickett's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
One final shot for Pickett. A throw out wide going to be incomplete. This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.